So interesting change this coming tax year from information we picked up from HMRC doing the 24-25 tax year around income levels, because they've always had an income level trigger, if you like,
Yes.
for doing a self-assessment tax return. What's changed?
So going back a couple of years, it always used to be that if your income levels or your employment income levels were more than £100,000, you had to file a UK tax return. The main reason for that was because for every £2 you go above your personal above £100,000, you will lose £1 of your personal allowance, and it was always really difficult for HMRC to get your tax code right to reflect that. So there was usually always a tax liability owing, and therefore HMRC would always say file a tax return. That changed last year to being your income levels being in excess of £150,000.
Which actually makes no sense at all, because obviously that's above the level where there's that fiddly bit.
But
But
yes,
your usual story.
but what we were noticing last year was we were filing returns for people whose income levels were maybe 170, 180,000. So it was in excess of the 150,000. We were filing them, but they didn't have any interest.
Didn't have any
income.
other income, which
Yeah.
would have led to them doing it for another reason.
Yes. So we ended up with those people, we were getting notifications from HMRC saying this was the last year that they needed to file a return. And if you check on the HMRC tool in terms of do I need to file a tax return, there is no longer any sort of question about how high your income level
Yeah, it's
is.
only if you've got untaxed income that you need to declare. So they've taken the salary point away.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good at some point, because for people who have no other income, it takes away the pain of having to file. But again, it's one of those things where some of the decision making that seems to go on inside HMRC is a bit weird and odd and difficult to understand, but we're used to that, right?
Yes, we are.